Carl Gustav Rossby Research Medal is presented to Ricahrd Rotunno for elegant, rigorous work that has fundamentally increased our understanding of mesoscale and synoptoscale dynamics, especially the role of vorticity in the atmosphere.
I think I have somebody else's speech. Thanks so much, everyone. In particular, thanks to all of you who put time and effort into nominating me for this award. Upon receiving the phone call from informing me of the award, the committee's decision, I initially felt pretty good. However, not long afterwards, I was feeling vaguely unsettled. Now, somewhere along the line, in my career as a manager at Ricahrd, I learned about something called imposter syndrome. This is where individuals receiving praise feel like they don't deserve it, get depressed, etc. So recognizing this, I confronted it squarely, and I'm happy to report that after a brief struggle, I got over it. Seriously, this seemingly self-confident individual before you tonight is a long time in the making. I remember one time early on, my PhD advisor, Isidore Olansky, said to me, "Rich, sometimes I feel more like your analyst than your advisor." Thanks. My self-confidence began to increase as an Ricahrd advanced study postdoc, 1976. I had the good fortune to have Doug Lilly as my new postdoc advisor. Doug suggested to me a problem that turned out to be a very fruitful line of research in tornado dynamics, which I continued at CU series until 1980. In that period, I was beginning to find my groove as a researcher, and I met several people who were to become lifelong friends and collaborators: Kerry Emanuel, Dave Raymond, who just spoke, Alan Dorp, and Howard Bluestein. Three of you here tonight, and they had and continue to have a significant impact on my thinking. In 1980, I was hired as an Ricahrd scientist. There again, I had the good fortune, this time in the person of Joe Clem. Joe taught me the craft, basically, of how to write and give seminars in a clear, logical way. Special attention to producing instructive figures in our work. The same period, I also met Morris Weissman. Now, as soon as we were able to understand each other's accents, we found we could work pretty well together. At an early point in our association, Morris judged my knowledge deficient in working with this QT log P diagram. And I remember that he gave me a copy of the U.S. Air Force manual on the subject, and he sent me in some blank charts and sent me away and told me to come back when I knew how to use it. I thank him a lot. I said that the application of the thermodynamic diagram to atmospheric convection is one of the triumphs of theoretical meteorology. As an Ricahrd scientist these past few decades, I've worked with many early career scientists, too many to mention here. But reflecting upon these associations, it occurred to me that while I've received much credit for mentoring, in almost every case I learned more from them than they from me. It's a nice example of how life is unfair, sometimes in a good way. Finally, according to the acceptance speech guide that I downloaded from the internet, I should leave you with an inspirational message. This message is a quote from Aristotle that was delivered to me as in a form of a coup de grace by the person I was debating with on the topic of scientific motivation. I was arguing that science is best motivated by the need to do something. On the other hand, Aristotle observed all men by nature desire to know, period. I had to agree. I have been very fortunate in my career to be able to pursue my desire to know, reap many rewards, and I still employed in the job. So my time is out. I see the warm glow of cell phones illuminating some of your faces. And so thanks again for this great honor.